What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel. TurbodTalon Golf on YouTube. This stream is going to be another revenge video. Today it's going to be on a course called Redtail Landing, which I played a year ago on Halloween, so we're a little bit early, but I wanted to do another one. Let's take a look at this scorecard from last year. You can see it was in my old simulator with the net. But what we've got here is Redtail Landing by T Squared. Obviously a pretty prominent course designer, but that's not what we're here to talk about. You can see that we had one par that day and shot a 104 on a par 72. Stimp was 8. That was before I played 11 stimp greens all the time. 6,000 yard tees, 5-foot gimmies, breezy wind. Looks like normal greens, probably normal fairways. We'll see here when I load it up. But it was a pretty rough round. You could see we took some triple bogeys. Lot of triple bogeys. On the 17th hole, we went 5 over. And on 18, we had another triple bogey. And that is exactly how you get a score like 104 on a par 72. You guys, that's 32 strokes over par. We're going to see if we can break 100 today at Redtail. I'll have this scorecard up on my other screen so we can kind of do a play-by-play. Let's load her up here. Local match. Redtail. Is it 2 words maybe? Redtail. Redtail Landing is in Nisku, Alberta by T Squared. There we have it. Let's hit play. Match settings. We're going to change this to 11 stimp, increase the difficulty a little bit. You can see the course is at 2,600 feet, so we should get a little bit of extra distance. But this matches, other than the stimp that I've just turned up, this matches the original settings from last year at this time. Let's see if we can get revenge on good old Redtail Landing. We already got revenge on Pasatiempo earlier this morning. Let's see if we can do a double header here. Hope everybody's Saturday morning is going swimmingly. It's a little chilly in the simulator this morning. Where's my meat thermometer? It's actually 50 degrees in here. Huh. I didn't know it was quite that chilly. Redtail Landing. I got an ingrown hair or something on the inside of my thigh, and it's bugging the crap out of me. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. Now, how in the hell did I go 32 strokes over par on a course with this wide open of everything? That's questionable. Let me tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. That's questionable. Looks like the settings, the graphic settings are already cranked down to Nintendo 64 level here. We're playing about 110 frames per second. Okay, yeah, we had a lot of detail shut off, my God. Okay, now we're chilling somewhere at 80 frames a second. Hopefully we can get to some happy medium where the playback cameras aren't glitching out so bad. Looks like the first hole is a 330-yard par 5, guys. I must have been having a real bad day when I played this last time. When I loaded up Pasatiempo earlier, I could immediately see why things went the way they went. But for all intents and purposes, I can't see why things went so badly here at Redtail Landing. All right, let's see what we can pull out of our tailpipes, our red tailpipes here today. A little hooker there, little TJ hooker. Looks like we're going to be a little bit blocked out from the green, and by a little bit I mean completely blocked out from the green. Not a good start, but we'll do the best we can. I'll pop something up over this tree and get us over to where we need to be. I do need some semblance of a clearing though here. Let's hit the 50. You hate to lay up on a par 4, but when you hit a stupid tee shot, you don't have a choice. 73 in. That's going to be the 54-degree wedge or some variant of it. How bad are the greens here? Just a very washed out looking course. Maybe we can do, if we hit the L button. I don't even see any advanced settings. Like, this is just what you're getting here. 73 yards. We are still not on the green after 3 strokes, if you can believe that. Let's roll one up. That'll do nicely. We are chugging. Graphics are chugging, boy. We don't have 3D. I can't shut off the 3D grass. Maybe I can dial the graphics back a smidge and stop some of the skipping. But it's starting to get bad. It's like it doesn't matter what I do, so I'm just going to play. So far we're going one for one here. Redtail Landing last time I got a bogey on the first hole. Second hole was a triple bogey though. So I'm wondering what happened there. Maybe I hit into the water. Maybe I hit into the water 2 times or something. We'll see. $250-yard drive. You guys can see this is a pretty dangerous approach into the green, and I'm wondering if my naivete back then, I did something stupid here and tried to hit into the green. We're not doing that today. That's too far out over water. And so far as I can tell, this course doesn't seem to have any sound effects other than the ball hitting the ground and the ball hitting the cup. So my apologies there. We just want to be on the green. Hopefully that ain't wet. That was a mishit. No, we're good. This damn golf ball's everywhere. Birdie look, probably going to be a par. like 64 feet here. That's quite a, excuse me, a putt. Ooh, that almost went in. Oh, that'd have been sweet. All right, that was a par on that hole. Like I said, we took a triple last year when we played this. So things are looking good so far. We shot a 51 on the front and a 53 on the back. Those two numbers obviously equal 104 strokes. If you guys are wondering why I'm doing this, if you've never tuned into the channel, I've been playing golf seriously for about a year and a half now, little less, and I played Redtail landing pretty early in my golfing career last year on October 31st, so I'm a little bit early, but I wanted to see how much I could improve on that score in the just short of 1 year since I last played this course. That is not coming back. We'll be playing that from wherever it lands, which hopefully is not out of bounds. Just an over-the-top Healy shot. 150 to the pin. It's a par 4. We got a nice tailwind. We got to hit a club or two higher here. I don't know why that's always zoomed in. Not going to be near the pin. On and 2. It probably ain't going to leak that much, honestly. Maybe that much. We got to hit it about 48 feet. Oh, get in the hole. Yes. Hell yes. 0.1 HLA over 40 feet. There you go, baby. I think we're only 3 holes in. We got a lot of golf to play, but things are going a little better than they were last time. I must have had a real bad case of the shanks or something last time I played this. A year ago. A lot can happen in a year, guys. If you had a baby 1 year later, it would be a year old. Unbelievable. Just kind of crazy. That baby would be a year old. Nice toey shot. We might get up there. We're getting a lot of breaks today. But that's how golf is sometimes. Super toey shot. That actually hurt my arm. Maybe I should go to Best Buy and get a new graphics card or something. That's what I probably ought to do today. 2. 5th hole is a 500-yard par 5. Another chance to score if we can get down the fairway and then hit a decent approach. That looks bunker bound. Get out of there. Oh, hell yes. Lot of breaks. Lot of breaks. 220 into the pin. There's no reason to not unleash a 3 or a 5 wood here. Probably the 5 wood since we got a tailwind. That is going the wrong direction, but it's a par 5, so we get a little bit of relief. Not bad. 230 with the 5. Let's see if Vokey can get us out of trouble here. Oh, baby, that's so good. That is so good. Uh, 300-yard par 4. Got some water that could come into play if you slice hard enough. Some OB. Got a tailwind too. A lot going on here. I don't think that's going to be bad enough to be wet, but it's still pretty bad. We're blocked out. Maybe try to pop one over that tree. Let's see if I can get this 54-degree wedge to go over that tree. Deep rough too, it's got to go. No, it didn't go. Decent shot though. 22. Little weak. I thought that'd go a bit further. Probably looking at our first bogey here, but the green is so flat. Let's just leave it. We got to go about 15 feet. Seventh hole at Redtail a year ago, we bogeyed. There's water in play here, but it's kind of not my typical miss. If I hit a over the top toey shot, we'll absolutely be wet. Fortunately, I have some wind blowing to the right, and I can afford a crappy shot or two. I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do, but we'll be fine. Let me get that members bounce. My God, we are getting lucky here today, guys. Just about drove that green. So lucky today. Let's put the Vokey to work. We're hitting out a rough here. Birdie look, breaking a little bit to the right. Let's put it right there. Put her there, partner. Oh my God. Everything's falling today, guys. 8th hole at Redtail Landing last year, we got a triple bogey. I don't know how that would happen, but I'm guessing this is when we had the shanks really bad last year. Also, why didn't anybody tell me my zipper was down? Come on. Just kidding. 110. It's not a lot going on here, guys. Decent shot. Probably aren't going to get a triple bogey here. Greens are so flat. Okay, we might get a bogey. Decent tee shot, not. That shot wasn't good. 8.5 feet. Could have been a birdie. Isn't a birdie. What do we got going on here? There's no reason to get cute here. Let's just see if we can keep a ball somewhere. If we hit into those trees, it's probably going to be a sim drop. Wind's blowing to the right. Uh-oh. Bounce out of there. Ooh. That stopped in kind of a crummy spot. Ball's going to want to jettison out to the left. That looks like it bounced left. Still not on after 2. But on this hole, we took a double last year. We might take a bogey depending on how well I can chip this ball. Not a good chip. That was thin. Luckily, I only thin a chip every so often. We're probably about to lose one of those birdies. Need to hit about 47 feet. Oh, okay. There went one of the birdies. We're doing all right. Number 10 at Redtail, we took a bogey. And on 11, we took a bogey as well. I'm guessing it has something to do with this water hazard. But we're just going to blast something up the left side here. This must just been a bad day for me. Because this course, like I said, it just doesn't seem difficult enough to warrant this. It's a pretty terrible shot. You could see how hard it came over. It's rolling, it's rolling. 88 in, that's going to be a 54-degree wedge. Bit of a tailwind. Just want to make sure we're on the green. We want to be putting. Oh, that's no good. Little 12 yards. Oh no. All right, I don't want to take another bogey here, especially on a hole that's just not difficult. 11 last year, we took a bogey on 11. 477 yard par 5. I'm guessing I duffed my tee shot. No, I probably got the tee shot and just maybe put one in the water at some point, but that would have been, I think, worse than a bogey. We'll see what happens here. I like how the course actually has the stuff staked. Another pretty fat shot. We're clear though. Getting a lot of breaks from just raw power, because my good drives used to go like 225. I just couldn't get any power behind them. The question here is, do you go for this green or do you not go for this green, right? There's really two options. We're probably going to have to hit about, out of the rough, we're probably going to have to hit a pretty good 3-wood to get out of there. And I'm not particularly interested in chancing going in the water. Excuse me, 90 in. Let's just hit an easy 50-degree wedge here. Let's make sure we're on the green, putting. We want to be putting. Lot going on that shot. I have never hit my button box so much as I have with these El Cheapo Tri-Fly golf balls. They just ricochet off of everything much differently than every other golf ball. Let's go right there. Back down to 3 under. This really isn't a contest at this point. If we could just last for the rest of these holes. I could see why this hole would be a problem. Still not super good at this distance. So I can imagine that last year I was absolutely not good at this distance. Should have hit the 8-iron. We'll let Bob Vokey take care of this. 21. Ball's going to come out to the right. 21 yards. Yes. 13th hole last year was a bogey. There is water here. I can see how this probably was not a great round for me. Really hadn't developed any distance with the driver yet, and I had a lot less control than I have now. We're doing okay on the control, assuming it's not a mishit. You can see the wind wants us in the water. Let's not tempt fate. right, that ain't gonna help our cause, but it's still a decent shot. Little Healy bastard. Oh yeah. Hit a hosel rocket with your driver every once in a while just to make yourself feel alive. That should be okay. Oh man, I spoke too soon. We hit the magical SIGPRO magical bunker barrier force field. I haven't quite coined a term for it yet. 20 out. That's a good out. Looking at a bogey here though, unless I can sink this putt, it isn't really doing anything. 16.5 feet up. Number 14 last year was a triple bogey. Let's see what might have caused that. Okay, I can see what might have caused that. We got OB, we got water. Yeah, I can see what might have caused that here, if I'm being completely honest. Let's see if we can avoid that triple. Probably going to be in the rough or worse. I didn't even notice these bunkers. 204, that drive's not going to help on a par 5 too much. We do need to get out of here. We got to hit the ball at a pretty high trajectory, and I don't want to be in the water. Lie's decent. Let's just get out of here. This is going to be, by and large, a waste of a stroke just to get out of the bunker. We still got 200 yards to go. We are pretty much got a green light here. I'm going to hit the 5 wood. And as long as nothing too terrible goes wrong, we should be fine. See, that's what I was trying to not do. Decent distance, just way too far to the right. Chronically, whenever I hit these thick, that's what they do, is they kind of bounce off the turf, and for some reason it always makes them turn and then go toey. 40 into the flag. Let's just try to get a little bit in center of this green. Little thin. That's going to roll out real far. Okay, we might end up taking a bogey or a double bogey here. Couple of bad shots. Get up there. All right. I believe this is our 5th shot. Nope, this is our 6th shot. That's crazy. This is not a hard hole. I'm not quite sure what the hell happened. Bad golf. That's probably what happened. I think we've only had 2 bogeys on the round, which is good, pretty good. .400 yard par 4. 15th hole last year, we got a par. So maybe had a good drive and then a really good approach. Buck 70 into the pin. I must have had a couple of good shots here because this is not a comfortable distance for me. Okay, that's not going to help. Probably looking at a bogey here. So the only hole I parred last year, I think I'm going to bogey this year. And I'm making it sound like I'm going to play these courses every year. I'm not. If I break 100, I'm not going to play the course again. I'd honestly have to have some really bad golf holes here to even do that. 19-footer. Oh, so close. Actually gonna have to putt again. That was a misread. I don't know why I did that. So the only hole I got a par on last year, I just bogeyed here this year, which is kind of humorous. Let's hit into this area. Let's hit a 7-wood. Wind's blowing pretty hard to the left. Same conditions as last year, but I changed the stimp to make it more difficult. "96 yards into the pin." You can see the tees or the pins are just cut right into the center of most of these greens. Ooh, that was a bad shot. Is that a miss hit? Man, can't be shit in the bed this late in the game, boys. We're down to one under. Probably about to go to even. Get in the hole. Stay in the circle. Do something. All right, we got a par there. 144, 17th hole last year. Guys, this is really weird. On the 17th hole last year, we went 5 over par. There's no water, there's no OB, there's nothing here. I don't understand how we went so far over par. It's not... Guys, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's going to probably drive us to a par or a bogey, but 5 over is quite egregious. Okay, it's going to be not a gimme. 10-footer, breaking right to left. Ooh, did I push it or did I just misread it? A little of both. All right, guys, we're back to even. A little disappointing, but we're basically looking to do about 34 strokes better than we did originally, which is just absolutely crazy. This must have been a really bad round last year. Pasa Tiempo kicked my ass again this morning, but we were able to break 100. The ball, that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. So my tee whipped over and hit the flyover button, which is hilarious. Can't make this stuff up, guys. 195 in, out of the rough. Got a really bad wind blowing. We lost so much power on that. Let's check out these numbers. 150 carry in GS Pro, 206 carry in the lab software. We lost 56 yards, and I think we were only in the normal rough. Guys, that's crazy to lose that much distance. And this software is not in beta. This software is like 3 dot something. Maybe looking at a bogey here, looking to go 1 over for the round. 17-footer. Oh, she bent right past the hole. Pretty crazy there. AHLA was fine. Maybe a double here. Ooh, right past the hole again. I think we just took a double on the last hole. Okay, that was the worst we did. Pretty rookie shit right there. But you can see we shot 2 over par here. Check out the stats. Nothing to write home about. This was just right now. But if we look at the old scorecard, it's about as big as I can make it. Now, of course, it popped to full screen. You can see quite a difference here. 74, 104. 30 stroke difference there. I'd say that this course has been, we've gotten revenge on this course, no problem. No problem at all. We're gonna call this one done. I don't know what course I gotta find next that we also broke 100 on, but I think there are a few more. We'll keep doing these. Vastly different scorecard there. I think I was just having a real bad day that day. Oh, that's better. There we go. But good stuff. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in. This has been Revenge on Redtail Landing. I played it about a year ago, I believe on Halloween Day. and I would say revenge gotten. That being said, this is TurbodTalon Golf, and I'm signing out. We'll see you in another stream today, and probably